So your stock, as Kelly just pointed out, it's at a 15-year high, but still, the sector is facing some pressures, political concerns about changes to reimbursement in the coming election, also concerns about trade affecting the medical device sector. What do you tell investors about what's going to keep that stock trajectory going?
Thanks, Meg. What we talk about with investors is there's certainly always uncertainty in the political climate and with the challenges in the near term with China, with the tariffs. But what we focus on with our investors and our employees is always about meaningful innovation. And our job is to really lead our teams through these uncertainties and to focus on innovation, focus on physicians, focus on patient need. And when we deliver great innovation, we continue to perform well in terms of shareholder returns and our financial metrics.
But tell us more about the potential near-term China impact you just mentioned. We know that on that tariff list, there are things like contact lenses, imaging equipment, not necessarily things you think about when you think about Boston Scientific. How could that affect you?
Sure. There has been less impact on Boston Scientific in China for the reasons you stated. We have life-saving devices in cardiology, endoscopy, peripheral vascular. There is some minor impact for us this year. That's really immaterial in terms of overall quarterly guidance and full-year guidance. And we're obviously hopeful, as most companies are, that the free and open trade will open up. But in the near term here, there hasn't been a significant impact on Boston Scientific.
Well, let's talk about the political impacts on your business. Jefferies had a research note out just a few days ago saying, quote, the risk from changes to U.S. healthcare policy remains one of the few things that has shown to dent sentiment around medtech and tools, citing specifically a debate around Medicare for all. Now, as we approach the Democratic debates next week, what are you expecting in terms of that focus and what a Medicare for all type situation, what impact that would have on your business?
In terms of Medicare for all and all the political aspects, it's always very difficult to predict. What's most important in the healthcare environment here, obviously, is to help reduce cost, but also to drive access. That's really what Medicare for all is. So we'll see how that plays out. But the key to Boston Scientific is we're primarily an interventional medicine company. So our job is to try to disrupt and provide interventional procedures which reduce length of stay and drive healthcare costs down. So despite some of the political uncertainty, we focus on innovation in our sweet spot of interventional medicine. And also we ensure that our products are not only clinically sound and dynamic, but also provide economic healthcare savings to the system. So as long as we focus on those areas, regardless of where the Medicare for all goes, the political shakeout, we believe will innovate and continue to perform very well.
Well, some of those interventions you have, some of your products are in the news this week because the FDA has an advisory committee meeting going on looking at the safety of some drug-coated stents and balloons. This is a meeting that's been going on yesterday and today. The FDA is saying that there's a, quote, potentially concerning signal of increased long-term mortality in folks with these devices that are coated in these drugs versus ones that aren't. Given the data that you've seen so far, do you believe that these devices should stay on the market?
Yes, we do. This is an important category for patients. It's really related to peripheral artery disease in the legs. And for patients who need it, this is the best way to help salvage limbs in many cases and provide ability for proper movement. And so we believe that the data, these products should stay on the market. Well, we're quite unique in that our product called Eluvia was actually not part of the pooled meta-analysis that you're referring to. And this particular product is quite a bit different. It has a resorbable polymer characteristics with low paclitaxel rates, which we feel are quite unique. And so we're optimistic that Eluvia will stay on the market, but this process will need to play out with the FDA panels over the next coming days.